Ernie's out, so... Hello and welcome to Death by Daylight. My name is Josh. This is Try 3. If you're back, I mean, God bless you. Mitch Hedberg has a joke where he was talking about being on the phone with the operator, and he was like, if you're still there listening to me, God bless you. He's like, I hate that. I'm not the kind of person that says God bless you. And I'm not, but God bless you. You're on the other line of this. We are talking about the McGoffin House, and we are going to do our best here. Ernie's internet the Spectrum is just boning him hard, so he's going to be in and out. If he's not, he's back. So this should be the last time we have to jump the stream. If we go out this time, that's it for us. We're not going to go back a fourth time. So, we are going to do this one. So, thank you for continuing to watch. And we are excited to be bringing you this stream. And we are talking about. Go ahead.
I like how Juan just sent me like a game invite, like.
Yeah. I mean, we could run Survivor. Fuck.
You want to run Survivor, or you want me to be killer?
Let's run Survivor. It's easier for like us all to talk and shit doing Survivor.
I was gonna say, Cesar's here. He's down to play if you need another person or whatever.
For sure.
Just throwing him out there.
Yeah, we can do 4.
It's gonna be the red burner.
I'm sorry?
It's gonna be the red wolf burner for Caesar?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're fucking live, boys.
Alright. Okay. We got one person watching. I'm pretty sure it's me. That's alright. We're gonna do this anyway. So we're talking about El Paso hauntings. We're talking about the McGoffin House. And we are trying to get through that. I was talking about Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie was the brother-in-law and cousin of Joseph. So the way that worked is he was Joseph's cousin, and he married Octavia's sister. And he was like the belle of the ball. Very likable, cool dude that everybody loved. And then his wife died, and things changed for him. He wasn't, like, violent or angry or anything. He was just very melancholy and spent most of his time sitting by the fire and in his rocking chair. So when he passed away, so this is all at the same time, right? Him and Octavia lived at the same time and all that stuff. And so his relatives are actually the ones that first reported that what was happening was odd. That they would wake up in the middle of the night and the chair would be rocking. If you sit in the chair, which you are not allowed to do anymore, obviously, but if you did sit in the chair, you would feel a cold spot. And on your shoulder, again, like the shoulder thing prevalent again. And you would feel that cold on your shoulder. And they said that if you moved, people have tried to move that rocking chair from the front of the fire, from next to the fire. And what happens 100% of the time is that that chair, no matter what, finds its way back to the front of that fire. That no matter what the fuck you do, it's there.
Is there any reports of somebody trying to like destroy it?
The rocking chair?
Yeah.
No,
well,
not that
I did when I tried sitting on it with my fat ass, you know? That's why no one's allowed to sit on it anymore. Like, this fucking fat fuck, sir! God damn, it was made in the 1980s. Can't fucking support your big ass.
Get your one button and move on, sir. And so that's this. Uncle Charlie appears to be the biggest reported. I don't know how to put this. Like the biggest attraction, yeah, he seems to be the biggest attraction at the McGoffin house. And it's because that rocking chair is infamous for what it does. I mean, the rocking when no one's there is obviously super creepy, but the reports of how many people have tried to move that rocking chair from the front of the fireplace and then it works its way back there is there's like a lot of reports of that. So, and then the last ghost that we have in the McGoffin house, although others have been reported, there are 3 that are prominent, and this is for me the creepiest one for obvious reasons, is the ghost of what they call the girl who waits. That's already creepy by itself, right? Like
yeah, for sure.
Creepy.
The girl who waits?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I'm fucking getting there, Jesus.
Oh, it's my bad.
And
I
so
thought you said the girl who weighs. I'm like, that's fucked up.
She's a biggin. Yeah, the girl who waits, and the story about this.
I'm sorry, I tried holding it in, I couldn't.
Oh man.
The girl.
Okay, alright, straight face.
All right, the girl who waits. So, like I said, there were a lot of people in and out of the McGoffin house. What the fuck was that?
It was a girl who waits, bro.
Bro, she just fucking got mad about that joke.
Yeah, who's mad about it?
She's like, motherfucker, say I only have one button, motherfucker.
Say it one time.
She did the phasmophobia thing.
Dude, yeah, that was fucking creepy.
That was the lovely wife being an idiot.
Oh, nice. Hi, Ale. Yeah, so the girl who waits, like I said, there were a lot of people in and out of the McGoffin home, as far as like people that were traveling, relatives, people settling in the area, and so this girl, no one's 100% sure who she is. Like, she's there and she's creepy, but like as far as knowing exactly where she came from, or nobody knows any of that stuff. What they do know is that she's the most prominent. So Uncle Charlie's the one that there's been most reports of, but lately, like in the last 50, 60 years or whatever, the girl who waits is most consistently the one that is most seen. So doesn't have like the record for time seen, but is most prominent today. And the story is that her dad came to El Paso and then had to leave her so that he could go finish some business in California before they settled here. She died before he could get back. And
just waiting too long?
No.
Oh, alright.
I don't know why she died, but
Boredom.
he was only gone for like a month or 2 months or something. She died as a little girl, and
that's sad.
And her dad had promised that he was going to bring her a necklace, a silver necklace, and he was obviously not able to fulfill that promise because she died. And so she, if silver just goes missing in the house, any silver jewelry doesn't stick around for long when people were living there. And then the scariest stuff is she's seen sitting on the bed. Her imprint is seen sitting on the bed, just looking out the window, waiting. And also a shoulder thing. People feel in that room that she died, that she's seen, people feel all sorts of weird stuff on their shoulder, whether it's a cold spot or whether they feel tapping and all that stuff. So that is the McGoffin house. It's already fucking 11:10. And we haven't even gotten into our second 2 subjects, so I mean, there's stuff to do.
Had fucking weird ass technical difficulties, so
yeah, I mean it's all good. I just don't want to spend more time on this. I really want to spend the time on El Paso High and then Magic Landing, because Magic Landing is going to be the part where I'm not talking as much again, because I just don't. Yeah. I don't know a lot about it. But
you're gonna get to it like the girl who waits. I don't know,
Yes,
bro.
thank you
I
for
mean,
all.
silver missing. It's in central El Paso. People definitely could be fucking breaking and stealing that
It's just,
shit.
it's
Holy.
just fucking hungry ass people that are fucking
It's the
trying to
fucking
do their best.
the cleaning lady like, hey, I'm gonna steal this fool's fucking silver, but like, just say it's the ghost and make up this story where she died waiting for a silver necklace.
They're gonna be all sad. They're not even gonna question it.
And then they were
Hey,
probably like,
mijo,
hey,
ahí está el ghost, mijo. Mira, look. Ahí está el ghost.
and then they're like, look, we can make it look like there's an indentation on the bed. Hey, Jesus, come sit down on here for a little bit.
That indention's not going nowhere.
Debunked.
So,
We just debunked the Goblin
yeah,
House.
debunked. It's over.
Boom.
If you ever get a chance to go check it out, I've been on a ghost tour there. It was fucking sweet. Well, it's not the coolest ghost tour I've ever been on, but it's nice, especially for something local. They don't do ghost tours, and not just because of COVID. They stopped a couple years ago, but they are talking about bringing it back. And if you ever get the chance, even if you don't get to go on a ghost tour, you can go tour the house. And now that you have all these stories that I've given you, you can make your own little spooky tour. So, yeah, that's McGoffin House. Next, we are going to do the what do I have? El Paso High School. So, there's a lot to cover with El Paso High School because there's a lot of stuff that has been reported, different stuff by hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of people, not thousands, but hundreds and hundreds of people have reported paranormal activity in El Paso High, and it is thousands if you just count like hearsay, because anyone that's ever gone there is going to claim that they've seen something or other that was paranormal, even though, you know, maybe some of them are lying, but prominent people, public figures, teachers that work there that have really no reason to lie and every reason to not lie about something like that. Those people have told stories. So, go ahead.
I'm gonna let you get into it because I have a question, but I want to see if you're gonna cover it. If you don't, I'll bring it up. Sorry.
Their mascot's fucking tiger.
Well, I guess.
Is that
you
now
gonna,
what you were gonna bring
bring
up?
up the sealed up
That's
top
terrifying.
story?
I'm going to bring up a lot of sealed up stuff.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
At some point, it was regarded, I believe, America's most haunted school.
it is regarded amongst America's most haunted schools, and like everywhere you go, there's so much stuff that you can research about El Paso High School because it's just considered this fucking monolith of paranormal activity. And if you go look, El Paso in general is considered this fucking juggernaut of haunted places and haunted activity. And El Paso High School being the central of that. There is no place considered more haunted in El Paso than El Paso High School, and like Juan said, considered one of the most haunted schools in the country. And the first one we get here is the suicide ghost. So, it's a girl who is, again, seen in a blue dress. I don't know why they're always blue, but that's how it goes. She's seen in a blue dress. She is seen. The first reported sighting of the suicide girl was by a teacher who worked there in the 1950s, I believe, maybe the 60s, who was driving from an event, I believe at UTEP, who was driving home. And what he saw in the window was a girl in a blue dress. He had keys to the school. He obviously knew that she shouldn't have been there and decided to tell her that she needed to go home. And when he went up there, she looked at him from the end of the hall. He could tell that she was not human, I guess is the best way to put it. And then she jumped out the window without breaking it to the ground. He went and ran to the window and looked on the ground where she was there. When he ran out of the school, she was no longer there. And this is obviously this is a big deal. This story is told over and over and over again in anywhere you research, but is also on the lips of high school students in El Paso High constantly. They're constantly talking about this specific ghost and this specific story.
And then they changed like facts about it, like why she killed herself, where she killed herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went and had a tour there with some friends and I. We went and we said that we were gonna get like we were trying to do a research paper or something like that. And they had the head custodian show us like where it happened, and he showed it was at it was in a bathroom according to him. And he said that supposedly she had done it because her boyfriend had died or something like that. So that's what made her jump out the window. But then I've heard different stories about it, so I don't know which one to even believe.
Yeah, so this story is documented with these specific facts in a lot of places, obviously different variations, and there's a lot more people that have reported this happening. I mean, it's not this one guy. It's a lot of people that have seen the ghost after this guy saw the ghost, including modern day, man. There are people who swear to see these things now. And it's not like the scariest story. Very like prototypical ghost stuff. But then we get into some stuff that is truly haunting, at least for me. The next two things on my list really fucking bug me. The first is the sealed rooms. So El Paso High, if you've never been there, so I'm obviously talking to the listeners. If you've never been there, it's an incredibly historic looking building. It was built in the early 1900s, and it looks like it. One of the first concrete stadiums in America. It looks like a fucking gladiator pit. It overlooks the city. The high school does. It's gorgeous. It is the architecture. It doesn't look like a high school. It looks like a fucking gorgeous old building. And it's huge. Obviously, it's huge. So, and then when you walk in, the amphitheater where I played several concerts when I was a tuba player.
The tuba.
Yeah, I played the tuba.
Yeah, he played the tuba.
Oh, I didn't know you could blow
like a
a
little
horn
mini
like that.
Coliseum vibe to it, like especially like the track area, football field area, or whatever.
How were the acoustics when you played your tuba in there, Josh?
Well, they were good for the other people, I guess. The tuba always sounds like a tuba.
Did you ever say
gotcha.
this one time in band camp?
This one time in band camp, I fucking had a terrible time because I hated being in band. But I love being in band. Or let's not get into this.
Let me find out you shoved a flute up your pussy.
No.
I was just also a football player, and I used to get made fun of a lot, and so I had to quit being in band. But anyway, so the amphitheater, all the classrooms, it's pretty, man. It's pretty. Some of it just looks like a fucking school, of course.
Dude,
but,
it's cool. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, please.
Fucking, I remember going back to that, and I'm gonna probably be jumping in a lot with that. But when that custodian gave us like a backstory, he was telling us that I guess whoever designed this school, that he was from, he was from Germany. So when you actually walk into the school and you look up at the ceiling, there's like this little small pattern that runs through the edges of like the walls. And if you look at it closely, it actually they're like shaped like swastikas.
Oh shit!
So this dude was like saying like that dude might have been like, you know, Nazi or
Racist?
something. But no, that's the thing, because you look at them and it's
I like how
legit
Juan's
little
just laughing
minis.
like, you know, like a Nazi? Ha ha ha. What up, step bro?
It's legit
That's-
mini swastikas. And this dude was like, yeah, he was like a German from, you know. But I'm like, I don't know. Isn't the school older than that? So I don't know what the fuck the deal is. But that dude,
It's a lot
I think
older
I
than
was
that.
reading, yeah, that from like sometime in the 20s that the school's name was changed at the behest of like the
Ku Klux
local
Klan.
KKK, yeah, and then afterwards it was changed again. So
Oh, there could be a
Again,
time.
I didn't know much. I did do some reading before, and I have stories because I lived in a house right next to this high school, and I knew nothing about it. This was maybe like a year or two of me living in El Paso. I mean, I'll get into the stories later. I want to hear more about like the history and stuff. So I just want to see how full of shit the people that like, what they told me their
They
story.
tell, yeah.
Yeah.
I did see the swastika little things, but I mean, as far as the backstory to it, I was just like, just because he's German doesn't.
Well, and again, the school was built in the early 1900s.
Exactly.
World War II, 1939. So
I'll tell you how much full of shit that fucking custodian was about.
well,
the whole thing.
I'm starting to think that he wasn't a custodian. He was just like a drug addict and or a ghost.
Oh.
He had keys to everything, but yeah,
Ghosts
or both.
carry keys.
Ghosts have keys. Ghost
a
keys.
crackhead.
Ghost keys.
Skeleton key.
Hell yeah. So we get the sealed rooms. So sealed rooms, the craziest part, or one of the crazy parts about El Paso High School is that they are the basement is basically a full map of the building. And something that I know that you may not, partly because I had a girlfriend who lived in that part of town, but also because I worked construction on houses in that side of town, or in that very specific part of town, is that many of those buildings, even houses, have basements that are exact models of the house. So your living room has a basement underneath, your bedroom has a basement underneath, your kitchen has a basement underneath, and you can't access the basement from every single room, but they have basements that model the house exactly. The same can be said for El Paso High School, except that the basement is almost a maze. It's almost a labyrinth. The places that you can get in, you can track the school, but there's so many different walls and doors that just because you know the layout of the top of or the regular building does not mean that you know how to navigate the basement. So and constantly there are reports of there being sealed rooms, locked rooms, that they can't explain, and that no one ever explains. Some of them move. There have been reported at one time a whole hallway that was sealed off, and no one could or wanted to, I guess, explain what was happening. Sealed hallways and sealed rooms are not like scary by themselves, but when you consider how many they were, when you consider that there's been no real explanation, and when you consider that there really isn't a reason for those rooms or hallways to be sealed off, along with reports of mists and ghosts and moving rooms and that kind of thing, it becomes a little bit scarier. But the cherry on top of our creepy Sunday regarding these sealed places is that El Paso High School was used as a morgue. It was used to house bodies during the Spanish flu pandemic of the early or the late 1900s. Not late 1900s, but like 1918, so the late 1910s. And as well as during World War II. So during the Spanish flu, bodies were housed at El Paso High School. If they were sent to the area, or there were just no place to put them, they would house the bodies, much like, unfortunately, what we're going through now with the mobile morgues, except that they were housed in the basement of El Paso High School. And in World War II, when a body was sent to the El Paso area, but while they were notifying the loved ones or the next of kin, these bodies were housed inside of the basement of El Paso High School. Again, history meeting whatever we perceive as our reality, where we understand why this is hallowed ground. We understand why this is a scary place. and why there would be ghosts and paranormal stuff and evil energy in this place, unlike the McGoffin house, where we may not understand those things. And that is the sealed rooms and the World War II and Spanish flu of it all. And we get into my favorite part, the ghost of 1985. Does anybody have questions or comments about that part so far? Like,
No, I'm not really much questions, but it's pretty cool because I knew some of the like folklore stories or whatever, but not so much as far as the deep reach history that you're going into right now. That's pretty cool to hear, man.
That underground area. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it. Go.
No, I was just gonna say that dude took us to that underground like basement area or whatever. It's like this long ass hallway, and it's actually very eerie being in there because like when you're up there, it feels a little bit more normal, but like when you're down there, there's something weird about it. And it's crazy because when I went, I had no fucking clue that that was even a thing that had happened as far as the, that they would house Spanish flu people, infected people and whatnot. So, yeah, that shit, it is pretty eerie, actually, that little area. I mean, I'm sure there was more to it or whatever. But,
yeah, so you if you're describing it as a little area, you saw what happened is that you saw very little.
Well, no, it wasn't a little area. It was a big ass long hallway. But I would imagine there was more to it before or something. I don't know.
Can you still go, like maybe not now because pandemic, but let's say pre-pandemic, like last year, whatever. Could you still go into said like basements and see like these sealed rooms, or like try to like is that like I more so mean like not so much us, but like if you work there, if you're a custodian,
yes, if you
they can go, like, do they still like house things there? Like,
yeah, they store stuff
present day, I guess.
So if you work there, or you're like a janitor there, or even a student there, you probably have seen the basement, because they can't, like, it's a fire hazard to lock the basement. So you can't like just keep it on lockdown. So if you're a student, I imagine at some point you go down there because it's the fucking basement.
Yeah, my friend's grandma worked there, and she was showing us videos that. Like, I think during Halloween or for, like, close to graduation times, like, they would give the students, like, a creepy tour down there, and she showed us footage of them, like, exploring the areas with freaking night vision and all that. Yeah. It was pretty cool, but, yeah, they definitely... I mean, I don't know if they still do it, but...
I love, again, like, kind of how you're... Josh, like, you were, trying to find some sort of connection of said... paranormal activity, right, with the McGoffin house, and like, the history of like, the family that lived there, and there's nothing much, minus like the girl waiting, the necklace disappearing, etc. Like, besides that, it's a little like far-fetched. But the fact, that the basement has, sealed rooms for apparently no reason, but you do have the fact that it was used as a morgue during World War II, right? Yeah. And like the Spanish flu, like that's. Like, that we can go back and see and, like, have proof to, like, tie, again, these stories and this creepy elements to some sort of, like, foundation or some truth. So, going to just, like, real quick, the little anecdote I had. I lived in a house that was maybe a block and a half away from it, and anytime, again, this was like maybe my second year living in El Paso, so I really had no idea what the hell. I just knew it was like a very beautiful high school. Like, I loved walking by it. I thought the stadium was absolutely gorgeous.
And it really is, though. I mean,
it's stunning. It's a stunning high school. Like, compared to Marfa High School, it's fucking beautiful, and like 10,000 times its size. Anyway, I remember once, well, not just once, but anytime I had people over, or to my house, I mean, And funny enough, it did have a basement, kind of like that you were talking about. The house, I mean, where I lived. And I had a roommate, and she was never fucking there, but whatever. Anyway, people were always like a little freaked out because it would always be after a night of drinking, and we would be downtown. My house was kind of the nearest, so we'd continue the drinking there, right? And they'd be like, oh no, I don't go there. Like, that's where El Paso High is. Like, my mom has stories or this or that, blah, blah, blah. And I would always ask, oh, what are the stories? And it was always, the one about the girl with the dress, like, leaping off to her doom, or, like, seeing, like, slit wrists. It always changed. But the funniest story I have, once upon a time, there was this person, and we were going to hook up, right? Mm-hmm. And they went to the house, and they're like, holy shit, you live right there, we should go explore, let's, like, they were like, I have this, like, secret entrance, haha, let's go. And I was fucking down. I grabbed, like, flashlights I could find, like, I was putting on, like, literally, like, rain boots, like, I was like, I don't know what we're gonna step in, like, I'm so excited, like, I was so about it, because I had heard all these stories. This person, like, could not leave my house fast enough. Like, seeing my reaction, like, of course we didn't hook up. I never saw this person again. But they were like, fuck this bitch. Like, she's way too into this. And that was kind of the end of that.
Did you guys explore?
Yeah. No. Like, I think my reaction of, like, I guess they were trying to do the, like, oh, I'm tough, let's go. I know a secret entrance. And I was like, bet. Down. Yes. Grabbing flashlights, like literally packing like a backpack of like water bottles, flashlights, backup batteries. Like I was fucking ready to stay the night there. Like again, I had only heard stories. I've never been besides like seeing the auditorium. So I think this person was just watching me quite literally, I'm not making this up, putting on my rain boots because I thought, if there's a basement, maybe there's like puddles or like bugs. Fuck that, I don't want to step in weird shit. And as I was doing that, he was like, they were like, I'm gonna go something car, and they left, never saw them again.
Oh.
So, I didn't get laid, and I didn't get to go.
And you didn't see ghosts.
Because you had flashlights, so...
I
did. Everybody listening, can we get a couple F's in the chat for Michelle not getting laid there?
Let's take a shot, because we haven't done any shots.
I was about to say that. We got a shot because Jesus escaped the last game.
Yay!
Nice.
Cheers to not getting laid. Wait, no, that's terrible. Let's not do that.
Nah, I'm gonna say cheers to fucking Josh's enlightening fucking monologues today.
So I guess since you didn't get laid and you just kept thinking it was gonna happen, I guess you were the waiting girl, huh?
Oh!
To the waiting girl.
Yeah, to the waiting girl. We know that. Yeah.
We know that. Cheers.
Cheers.
El Paso High really is. Cheers. It is a creepy ass fucking school. I remember one time we went at night and there was like a game going on or whatever, and the ladies that clean and whatnot were there, and
you're just hanging out with the custodians all day, or what, Juan?
Well, they're the ones that can give you all the info. They're the ones that'll actually give you like some decent info because teachers don't. And these ladies are all saying that they're like, we just do the cleaning, we try to get out as soon as it gets dark, like we're try to bounce from this fucking place.
Yeah, I would too, man.
Is the basement used by the students for any reason? Do we know, or is that
storage?
Like just faculty and staff?
It's just, I believe it's just faculty storage and like, like they put that because I saw there was a lot of desks and like chairs and shit like that.
So so it's like storage space.
Yeah.
So. But I'm assuming like kids do, or like
sex down there.
Try to like, I would totally. I mean,
do the sex?
Clearly, no one's gonna go with me. They're gonna just fucking run away from me. Oh, I forgot something in my car. This crazy bitch is putting on rain boots to go like creep into school. Anyway, I will say the other thing I had that I remembered. It was me living in that house again, the same one that's like again. From my house, you could throw a rock to the school. I, for the first time ever, experienced sleep paralysis.
Ooh.
And this was, mind you, after hearing all these stories, having this person like literally run away from me, all terrified. And I remember like when I was finally able to wake up from said sleep paralysis, and I had no idea what had happened. I remember calling my mom, and she pretty much convinced me. And if you know me, like, I don't do religion. I'm like very like not about all that stuff. But she convinced me to put like a religious candle next to where like I slept, like where I saw in my sleep paralysis state the demon that was, you know, trying to attack me, but I couldn't move, right? So again, like I kind of put everything together because of my crippling anxiety and everything. I was like, yes, this is happening. There is a demon. It's the fucking high school's fault. Oh my god, I'm actually buying some fucking religious candle to put here. Like, what has my life come to? So I ended up calling a cousin of mine. He was like, wait, like I was like, let me get a second opinion. Let me Google some shit, you know? And he was like, bitch, you have crazy anxiety, you're stressed out because of school, you sleep maybe an hour a day, and all you do is like drink caffeine and drugs.
Yeah.
It's sleep paralysis, calm the fuck down. So he's like saved me from spending like $2 on some fucking candle. And I looked it up, and yeah, of course, as we know, and I think we've discussed this in like the ghost episode that I was a part of, or I was rather commenting on, just, you know, sleep paralysis, how it's like the cause of, or, you know, people who say they experience like being abducted from UFOs or this or that, you know, it's actually sleep paralysis. So I thought whatever I was going through was because of the school and a demon and my mom's Catholicism, like all rolled in.
Well,
Yeah.
we did a sleep paralysis episode that you commented on. So
oh, that was the one. Yeah, okay. I thought it was a ghost anyway, but I mean, regardless, it's still like, again, how you're trying to tie. Like, yes, I'm a skeptic and etc., but the idea that we're still trying to tie some sort of like actual shit that went down, like it was used as a morgue for like the Spanish flu, World War II.
Well, I mean,
What?
I don't know though. I know that sleep paralysis demons. I don't know. I would have put the candle up because I heard they're allergic to like cherry blossom scents, and
See, I wasn't trying to buy like a fucking an actually scented religious candle. Like I was just getting like the cheap generic, like it has 2 left ears, like not even trying.
Fucking Jesus is over here at Bath and Body Works, like, yeah, do you have anything that wards off demons?
Yeah, the wall plugins. I'm trying to be a little more 21st century.
you're gonna want cherry blossom, sweetheart. Yeah, the demons can't stand cherry blossom. I don't know, something about the demonic nostrils. They can't just take that scent so well.
demonic nostrils.
Since it's being a Christmas season, we have this cherry blossom with a nice peppermint bark added to it.
Or you can get the
Sounds
pumpkin
delightful.
spice. It's now 30% off.
Y'all
Alright,
doing
that's gonna be $400.
But don't worry, sweetheart. It's the buy 3 get 3 free sale.
There you go.
And I have a coupon for 2% off.
God damn, that's a deal. Yeah, so
John's like,
Okay, where do we go from there?
fuck your cherry blossoms.
we just got a lot to go. My favorite part.
episode.
Yeah, I mean that's what's gonna happen. My favorite part of El Paso High is the 1985 ghost, which is a fascinating story. But it's one of the coolest stories for what happens after, because there isn't a lot of before story. As a matter of fact, it's such a mystery because what?
No, I said mystery. Just
Juan's
like
just
you
gonna be your fucking hype guy. Mystery.
I thought too. That was so
Because-
perfect, Sue.
The way that I heard it is like I thought it was like my echo. I was like, it's just such a mystery. I was like, oh
No, yeah.
yeah. So so what happens is in 1985, the class of 1985 is taking a class picture, as we all have done, I'm sure. The camera, the panoramic camera technology was obviously not what it is now, and so the way that we start off this is to preface that by itself is a blurry picture terrifying? No, it's not. But you're not letting us get into the meat of it. So in 1985, we find the class picture, and in between, a row of teachers. In the class picture is a girl, clearly a girl, but that's about as much as you can make out. If you are not familiar with this picture, I suggest you go look at it. Look up El Paso.
We should post a link on the.
Yeah, we'll post a link. But if like you're listening and you want to look at it now, jump on it. El Paso 1985 Ghost. Just check it out. And so it's just blurry, is what it looks like. So the problem here with the blurry theory people is that the rest of the row and the column, if you don't know the difference between those things, go back to high school geography. But a row is horizontal and a column is vertical. So both the row and the column have no blurs. And so when you look at pictures where the panoramic camera has taken a blurry picture or there's blurry in it, often what you'll find is that either someone in the row or in the column is also blurry. This young lady is blurry by herself. As a matter of fact, everything around her is crystal clear.
Yo, fuck that photo. Sorry, I just looked it up. Oh my gosh.
That's the next part. I wanted you guys to see it before I said this next part. The picture is
Michelle.
Absolutely terrifying. It like blurry, it doesn't quite do it justice. It's fucked up. It's terrifying. It's a very scary picture.
Go
ahead.
I know. I saw that photo in the my father's yearbook because I believe that's his class, and it's one photo that he had shown me that he was telling me about as far as like you want to know how haunted my school is. Check out my fucking yearbook, and I was like, ooh, that's creepy as shit, Dad. I don't fucking know.
They
about
have that picture right there, like where they have all the class pictures in the school. Like,
no shit.
Yeah,
so
that
have
shit
to
is terrifying.
They have to have it because they can't acknowledge like, oh yeah, this is a ghost. So like they have to have it with all like the other class pictures, so it's right there.
Yeah, dude. So trippy story, real quick. At my old job, and you guys know where I used to work, the porn shop. So
Which
that
one?
place, Far East. It's called Arrows.
Oh, I don't know.
So I used to manage that place.
Shout out to local businesses.
Yeah.
No, fuck them.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway,
Because it's a sex shop, or
No, we're pro-sex workers around here.
yeah.
Well, Juan wasn't exactly a sex worker as much as he was a sex ruiner, because he constantly had to tell people not to have sex at the sex shop.
no, not really. I didn't really cock block. It was more of like, y'all, as long as y'all are paying. But anyway,
Don't say that on the air, but go ahead.
nah, that'll fuck their business. I don't care. But anyway, what's it called? Okay, so this place is actually very fucking haunted. I experienced shit. I had stuff on camera that I saw, pictures. I mean, I can go on forever, but that'll be for another day. But before, a little quick backstory though about that place, and it was on the papers that this girl had gotten. This girl was killed there because it used to be a club before it was a porn shop. So a lot of people claim to see this girl there. So fast forward to when they took over to turn it into a porn shop. What had happened is there's an attic in that store, and I don't know if it's true, but my supervisor, because that dude has been working there since like 1985 or something like that for the company. So he says when they were cleaning out that place, and he's a huge skeptic, so that's why when he told me, I was like, what the fuck? He said that when they messed with the attic, there was a white dress, and on top of it, there was that class, the class picture for El Paso High that has that ghost girl. And I just thought that shit was weird, especially because, I mean, it's in the far east side, and El Paso High is in the complete opposite side of town. But yeah, a lot of people say they see a similar figure that looks like the ghost girl from El Paso High in that building.
So there's multiple ghost girls, I guess. Like, there's the girl in the blue dress, and then there's this fucking creepy bitch. And the part with the ghost girl, as far as this ghost girl, is that so there's a lot of stories that make this extra creepy, like I said before. So again, you get the things with the camera where the panoramic technology does not seem to be faulty in any other way except for that one girl. You get and then that's just the tip.
We sorry, it's because we just made a killer
That's all
quit.
good.
Because I was running her around this, like, fucking little, like, L walls, like, very fucking crazy. I don't know if you saw Jesus. When
Yeah,
you
I
were cleaning
did.
That totem.
Yeah, I did.
I was, like, fucking with this killer, and
We made them
destroyed-
rage quit. We were
Yeah.
fucking with them so much.
Oh, it was so bad.
Well, good for you guys.
I-
I like to see people do so well that other people rage quit.
Well, cheers, y'all. I said after we finish this next segment, we're gonna take a shot.
I'm
Okay.
down.
So, continue,
Yeah.
Josh. I'm sorry. That was just too funny for us not to laugh about it out loud.
Yeah, it's all good. So we get some interesting things that happen, like I've said, right after this whole thing happens. So the most interesting of those things being that the yearbooks. So the yearbooks from 1985, there have been people who have reported that the ghost girl is there, and then there have been people that have reported and then taken pictures of her not being there. There are yearbooks where she is not in those yearbooks, and she is rather in only other yearbooks. Then there have been people that have said that not only was she not in the yearbook, but she was not in the yearbook and then has appeared in the yearbook later. So that part, obviously, maybe someone was like, no, she's not there, and then they want to get in on the hype. But for so many people to say those things, and really all you need is one example of when she's not in the picture. And people have examples of when she's not in the picture. Now, you can say all sorts of stuff about that. Nessie, Loch Ness Monster, there's a lot of fucking photo stuff that is disputed, especially with the technology that we have available for us today. The problem with that is those pictures, those stories of those pictures were reported long before we had the technology to easily remove this young woman or apparition or whatever the fuck she is from these pictures.
Pre-Photoshop.
Yeah, we don't. There's not everybody has free Photoshop on their phone. And so obviously this is the kind of the deal breaker when we come to the El Paso High stuff. The other stuff is scary to hear about, sure. And there are people that will fucking swear up and down their lives upon the stories that they're telling, upon the stories that they've heard from other people. And I'm not the kind of person that is just going to completely dismiss those kinds of things. I am a skeptic. I am someone that wants some kind of proof or whatever you want to call it, but I'm not the kind of person that's just going to dismiss what someone's telling me because of if I don't have an actual reason. I don't have an actual reason to dismiss these stories, particularly with the photograph. It's just too fucking eerie.
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot of people who claim different things with, I have a picture where she's not in it. I have a picture where she is in it. I had a picture where she wasn't in it, and then last year she decided to show up. I'd love to see the statistics about that as far as, like, so the way that I thought about it immediately was those horses in Harry Potter, where if you've watched someone die, you can see it if you haven't watched someone die or seen someone die, then you can't see them. That was like my first thought. Like, if you've seen someone die, she shows up in your picture. If you, and even like less sinister than that, if you haven't lost someone close to you, she doesn't show up. But then when you have lost someone close to you, she does show up. Obviously, we're not taking statistical analysis of these people, and so that kind of anomaly can't be explained in that way. But I wish that we did, because I'd love to see the fucking stats on that kind of thing.
Dude,
and that's El Paso High.
That fucking reference about I had to look it up, the Thestros in Harry Potter. That'd be crazy if that's like an actual thing, you know?
I mean, I think it'd be pretty fucking sweet. Obviously,
I think so too, honestly.
Yeah, like, not for the people that go through it. It never is, but...
Oh, yeah, of course.
But I mean, I think it would be like it's a cool story, at least, and it's the first thing that I thought of when you get just different opinions or different stories about what happens with this ghost. We'll go ahead and take a shot, and then we will get into the last segment of this, which is Magic Landing.
So, I have a question about, before we take a shot. Is it true that they, like, did seal off, like, that whole last floor? Like, because it was a suicide girl, right, that they did it for?
No.
Yeah, so...
But they did seal off floors.
So it wasn't because of that?
No, there was... So again, there's been never, ever has there been an official reason for why anything was sealed off. There never has either the district or the leadership of the school commented and said, this is why we're closing this off. But that it's largely said by the year of the girl that committed suicide that is the reason that they sealed off that hallway.
Gotcha. Because I don't know if because from what I heard, it's like they like completely like built it like where you can't even go up there physically. Like they close it off like with like drywall and shit. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what I heard.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Let's break in.
Right?
With fucking sledgehammers.
I got my rain boots. Let's do
I
it.
got my rain boots.
That fucking custodian claimed that like, yeah, that's not real. That never happened. Like, there's no such thing. And he walked us around the school, like, trying to prove it. Like, oh, what do you think it would be? Like, do you see anything out of, like, that looks like it would be sealed? Or I'm just like, dude, I don't know. Like, fucking...
like, there's a fucking ghost right there, homie.
He took us to a theater, and he's like, yeah, so a lot of people claim that the lights turn on and off, and, you know, but in reality, it's because there's a coil that kind of fucks up, and it, like, makes the switch, like, flip itself back on and off, and I'm like, dude,
sure
you're just giving us
him,
all
like...
the locations of all the shit that goes down.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I'm
pretty
like,
sure the school paid him for, like, hey, don't tell these kids anything stupid.
well, yeah, that's what they flat out told us. They're like, yeah, we can't do it as a ghost thing because we don't want anybody breaking in, so we're gonna give you a... And then they did the whole quote thing, you know, like, historical tour, and I'm like, he's just trying to debunk everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I flat out
Juan,
told him,
did you pay
look,
for this, or did you just do it?
Fuck no.
Well, because I'm curious now of, like, Juan was just, like, tailing a fucking janitor and the fucking, like, going into their car.
No, so...
He's like, yo, man, give me a fucking tour.
Janitor in the history of time.
Dude, we went to the office to talk to the fucking principal.
And demanded a tour?
Yeah, well, so a friend of mine, he was all like, he's like, yeah, we're from fucking UTEP, and, you know, we're doing, like, a research paper, blah, 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 and... Like, they didn't ask for anything. I mean, he was actually going to UTEP, you know, but I wasn't. And I hadn't even fucking graduated yet. And they're like, yeah, he just tells them, like, yeah, we want to get a tour of the place. And we actually asked for a ghost tour original. And they're like, oh, well, you can't do a ghost tour. We can give you a historical tour. So we're going to go ahead and get you the head custodian to, like, walk you around the school and show you. And I'm like, all right, dude, cool. And they did that. He even took us to the fucking rooftop.
They got fucking Jasper from fucking Odd Future in the fucking John Scared Straight one. Oh, you're the custodian. What the fuck are you doing here? You're supposed to be off 30 minutes ago.
I'm going to fucking put the kibosh on the janitor because he's clearly an idiot and it's almost midnight. We've got to get to the fucking next part of this thing.
Long stream. long stream.
I mean, it's already
Yeah,
a
because
long
I can
stream.
keep going about other bullshit that he
We've
fucking
been-
mentioned.
And like I would appreciate that if we were like playing beer pong, but we're not. So like I just don't like fuck that guy. Honestly, I don't want to hear any more about what the janitor said.
So let's shoot to Paso High.
Yeah.
And Jesus escaping, of course. And
So-
to that fucking killer that quit on us.
We're gonna talk
You're gonna say
about
that fucking janitor.
we're gonna say Magic Landing, and so like, all right. So Juan's gonna be like, so the fucking janitor at Magic Landing.
It's a quick story. There was this person I was gonna hook up with, and we were gonna go to Magic Landing.
It's the same guy. He was just trying to like flex and be like all macho.
Yeah.
And then the show was like had bigger balls than him, and he was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Turns out that guy was also the custodian.
Plot
Do you
twist.
work here, bro?
While he was giving Juan the tour, he's like, "Yo, I was trying to hook up with this girl the other day, and she was like so down to come here after hours. Like, I'm glad you guys came during like regular business hours, you know?"
Like, she legit put on rain boots at like 3 a.m. to go do this.
She was so fucking down.
This fucking map
Yeah, so-
again?
So cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Just so everybody knows that's here for the Dead by Daylight stuff. This is Ormond, and they redid it, and it looks absolutely fucking wonderful. And Juan's the new fucking survivor.
Looks the same to me, just with wind.
Oh, it's the baby! Guys, the baby! We're fighting the baby. Look, it's the baby.
Shut up.
Oh,
jumping,
what the fuck
he
is
jumped
that?
on Juan. He jumped on Juan.
What the fuck is it? Well, they're seeing
No,
my
this
screen.
is fucking scary. This is fucking terrifying. I am legit like fucking scared.
I forgot that fucking... I wasn't the one hosting, and
Yeah.
they missed Juan getting jumped on by the baby. Now the baby's chasing me.
Dude, that shit scared the shit out of me. But anyway, go on, Josh.
Yes.
Pulling out the
Magic
coop with the
Landing.
lot. Total fuck, 12 fuck swat. Busting all the bells at the box. Yeah, so we've got, I forgot where it was. Okay.
The janitor at Magic,
Magic
Landing.
Landing.
No.
My rain boots. My rain boots.
Magic, make it rain, girl, make it rain. We're going to be talking about Magic Landing. Again, if you're not from El Paso, Magic Landing was touted and billed as El Paso's answer to Disneyland.
Hell yeah.
It obviously wasn't, or anything close to it, but it was rather successful in its first year and its inauguration on July 4th, 1984.
Ooh, here's the
And,
little baby. Ah! Ah!
It was a successful park, much like Western Playland when it was successful, although it was bigger. And it was located out on the very far east side of town on I-10, in between Lakewood and Horizon. This was so. This is the part that I don't get, or this is like the part of this stream, or this like what we're talking about that I'm just not gonna get. I've been there, and it's fucking scary, man. It's creepy. It's not a place that you really want to be. It's not a place where like it's creepy. If you go there during the daytime, it's creepy, which a lot of people haven't because you'd get arrested. But if you go there at night, it's exceptionally creepy. I don't know how to translate that into an audio format, and I don't have a lot of stories that would translate, much like El Paso High did or the McGoffin House did. What I have instead is this one story that is not that scary. But go ahead.
Well, hasn't Juan been there like crazy?
I've been
Yeah.
there like over
He was a
13,
janitor,
15
bro.
times.
Well, so we're gonna get to Juan, and he's gonna tell us why we should be scared. But first, I'm gonna go over a brief history and the one story that you would imagine would bring about some paranormal activity. Although, again, I'm not sure. So, September the 2nd, 1985, Frank Guzman is an 18-year-old Bel Air student who is working at Magic Landing, and he has been working there since its inception. A year and some change. He was about to start his senior year at Bel Air High School when an unfortunate accident happened. Frank Guzman lost his arm when it was severed by a roller coaster car at Magic Landing, and he died at the hospital 3 hours after that. They couldn't save him. Here's the funniest part of the story, and the part of the story that I'm going to enjoy telling most. When he died and all of that stuff happened, everyone started calling it Tragic Landing.
Oh no.
So if Frank Guzman is listening to this, Frank Guzman Jr., I'm sorry, if he's listening, he's like, so my death is just a fucking joke to you. And then again with the fucking ghost noises.
That was me drinking something. I think.
Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe.
So this is obviously not great for him or his family or anyone else involved, but it's largely disputed what happened. The story here is that Frank Guzman Jr. went up to and climbed the roller coaster in the first place because he was looking for a hat that someone had flew off of them earlier. Unfortunately, there are a lot of different stories that happen. His dad said there's no fucking way in the world that happened. I've heard a lot of people tell me that that's not what happened, and I think that the park is trying to hide something by telling this fucking story about a hat. There were people that were working with him that said they never saw a hat. There's a lot of talk about a hat. Almost half the article is about this fucking hat, and I didn't want to hear about it anymore. And I stopped caring at a certain point, and I was just done talking about the hat. So we get to the point where we're talking about all sorts of stuff that really, at a certain point, doesn't matter. And we have a lot of different stories. So before Juan jumps into what he's going to talk about, I'm going to tell you this. If you go to Magic Landing, it's very fucking scary. There's no doubt in my mind. I've been there, and it's not. It is a scary fucking experience, man. It's a harrowing, scary place, and no one. I'm not ever like putting to doubt that. What I'm saying is that the history and all that stuff, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to have that when you're just imagining it with someone telling you that stuff on a podcast. So that's
funny
where
story
we're at.
about Magic Landing now. Gibby, my roommate, Magic Landing's no longer there. Where he works is Magic Landing. They built his work on top of Magic Landing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so it doesn't exist anymore.
No. At
Nah,
all.
they burned it down, some idiots, and so they just got rid of the whole thing entirely, and they built
One of the
truck.
articles
They extended
One of the
it.
articles that I found literally says Magic Landing, another year, another arson. So there's been quite a few burning downs of
Yeah.
Magic Landing.
Yeah, I went
So it's
after one
clearly
of the first
people
burnings.
who were trying to hide something were like, let's burn it again.
Burn it down.
Yeah, because it was also like a hangout for like parties apparently, or like people. Well, not parties, but like a group of people just getting together at a place to drink and being stupid.
Cecil mentioned
I was
that
one of
to me.
those people.
That he, again, I've never been, I only knew of this because of his stories. And his is just like we were out partying somewhere nearby, and we were like, fuck it, let's just go in the middle of the night and see what's up. And basically that everything was there. And like the most exciting story was that once they went like kind of further in, trying to like find shit, I guess, for lack of a better term, and that they actually saw like not lights on, but like maybe like a light, a flashlight or something. And basically his reaction was like, yeah, fuck this, like people actually are, squatting here or whatever. I don't want to like try to fight a crackhead at like 4 a.m. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
But I thought it was still there. I I guess again, I've only lived here for almost 10 years, so I didn't do a lot of research on it, you know. It's taken me 10 years. But to me, the whole idea of like the Frank Guzman Jr., the whole hat thing, the only thing that caught my attention, like, yeah, like they repeat the whole baseball hat. He was being a good employee because the hat. And to me, it's like, well, he lost his arm because apparently he placed it on the track whilst reaching for said hat.
Well, and it would have made him a bad employee.
Better. Yeah.
It would have actually made him a bad employee because he wasn't supposed to climb up there while the roller coaster's running. He wasn't supposed to climb up
and
there.
There's that, and there's also like, okay, let's start. Oh, I lost, like, person who road ride. I lost my hat. It's over there. Then Frank goes, yes, let me just push go on this ride, and then let me climb it, and then rest my arm after I already know I've let these people go. Oh no, my arm. None of that makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Once he got his hat back, he became a custodian.
Yo, this place right here, it ain't haunted for shit, homie.
You guys wasted your money, fool.
Fucking hats.
Fucking hats. That's the only thing we can take away from Magic Landing.
By the way, we
hats.
got shit on by this killer who was a level 1.
It was all
baby.
good. The baby. Alright, guys. I mean, I feel it's past 12. I think let's just wrap it.
Juan didn't even get to talk.
I know.
That was good. He's done.
We've got
I've
like
had
a
my
whole thing to
Cosmos.
go.
I need to go to sleep now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I kind of agree, but also, like, we haven't really talked about it. So.
That kind of want to hear what Juan says.
Just like a little bit of what Juan has to say about why it's scary. Also, Jesus, if you have to go, fucking go.
Well,
I'm hosting.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Juan, all right.
Drink and
Cool.
share your story.
I'll run through it. I'll make it fast.
The
So,
whole place
no,
is haunted by janitors.
And hats.
Yeah, so it was cool. I mean, it was creepy as hell because it's like this time capsule. Like, you basically, not even like when you're actually in there, like when you're actually going through the desert, you start seeing like teddy bears and like cups from like the 80s and like fucking magazines and books and all kinds of weird shit like scattered throughout the floor. And then just being in that fucking place is eerie just because like, you know, there's still like animatronics. You'll still see like there was like a fucking jar of pickles that somebody left in the counter that had been there for I don't know how long, and all these stuffed animals all over the place. But yeah, I mean, it was fucking scary because I mean, it's first off, you're in there, you're like in the middle of the fucking desert, isolated in this place that seems like time just fucking froze, you know? So I mean, one of the two things that I experienced there was basically we took a picture, and on one of my friends, like on his right side, there was a reflection that looked like a face, and some of us say that it was like one of our own reflections, but then like somebody else said that it just looked a little too fucked up. And I had the picture, but I just don't know where the fucking where I saved it into. And then another time, we were walking around because there was like this little cool area that looked like a little tiny town. We were walking around and we heard a girl like laughing or something like that, and we just dipped out of there. But
did you have your rainbows?
And yeah, so it could have been somebody else that broke into the place. Because, I mean, anytime you heard anything, you just automatically want to hide. So if somebody else went in there...
It's a janitor cleaning, bro.
Right?
But, yeah, I mean, it was interesting going there. And, I mean, I went there a bunch of times. And, I mean, getting in was a pain in the ass, too. Because they would seal the fucking fence. And so we would reopen it or we would climb it. And there was, like, this thing that you had to, like, kind of walk over. And I believe underneath there was like water or some shit like that.
Gotta get the rain boots.
Right, Michelle?
But yeah, the animatronics were scary as hell. It was like going to it's like that fucking game. What is Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, that's what that shit reminded me of.
Yes.
Because like you walk in, you see like a fucking like a Coke machine, and then the fucking there's like a little mini tiny theater with these animatronics that are all fucking they're
fucking creepy, man. They're so fucking creepy.
Yeah, it was again, really disturbing.
You can go look at pictures of it. If you just Google El Paso Magic Landing, you're gonna see all sorts of fucking fucked up shit. Again, I had some friends that got arrested there. One of them almost lost his track scholarship to Texas State. And so don't do it. But also, if you were there in the golden age before there were cameras and alarms and shit like I was, and obviously Juan was, it was a great place to go and take the girl that you had just started talking to, because of the implication. In
the area, I mean, not to mention it.
The implication.
Not to mention that, like...
Of course, if she says no, it's no, but she's not going to.
But she's not
because
going
of the
to.
implication.
Because
if she says no, you have to be like, come on, let's go. Like, I'll be there to protect you. This guy tried that on Michelle, and he was like, fuck
I out-dentist him.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, let's go, you fucking... motherfucker, you chicken. And he was like, okay, never mind, I don't really want this.
He's like running away. Michelle's like, but you were gonna get laid.
Establishing dominance.
Yeah, dude. And then like about 100 yards away from there, there's this place called Six Poles that I want to actually get into.
Ernie
And there's
and
these fucked up buildings.
Yo, I seen that porno on Pornhub, Six Poles. It's
Dude,
crazy, bro.
the buildings are way creepier than fucking... For me, those buildings were way creepier than fucking Magic Landing, dude.
I used to love going there because we would play, we would take airsoft guns out there and we would play all day and at night. And at night it was the fucking scariest shit, but it was fun as hell.
Wait, talk to me about Six Poles. I really don't know what it's about.
Bitch, I thought you had to go.
I have to host. I mean...
Okay, alright. So Six Poles is... So it's actually right now the El Paso Community College over there in Horizon... is right, like the only thing out there is like a couple houses that refuse to sell the Mission and then Six Poles. So Six Poles is like you have to park. It's a dirt road. So if you live in Fabens or you live like in Sonelli and you don't want to fucking wait on the loop to go all the way out, what you do is you exit fucking I-10, like I-10 and Joe Battle. You exit I-10 like you're going to Dreams. What up?
Local business.
By East Lake.
Local business. And you take this road.
I miss you.
You take this road from one side to the other side, or if you're on the other road and you don't want to fucking go on to wait for the freeway, you just take the road this way. So there's a road. There's a legit dirt road that goes from one side to the other. You park there. You start walking. And you end up at Six Poles, but beyond Six Poles is this fucking neighborhood. And when I say neighborhood, I literally mean like fucking 20, 25 houses. Literally, buildings. Maybe not all of them houses, but 20 or 25 buildings. Completely abandoned, dilapidated, graffitied, but it's so fucking creepy. There's shit on the ground that a TV from like the 1950s fucking... Just crazy, crazy shit that you obviously... It catches you off guard when you're fucking, walking through it. But those buildings are so much creepier to me than fucking... than Magic Landing. Like, it's just a really surreal experience to be in that little neighborhood or whatever.
They would
I took bad pictures there.
They would, decapitate people and, put them on the poles and shit, right?
Oh,
I have
the
sick
fuck?
fucking pictures.
Well, they say that there's cartel activity through that road right across... But I don't know how true that is.
Right? Like they would
at Six
decapitate
Poles,
people and shit.
Yeah, fucking demon sacrifices and shit.
Could just be the janitors.
God damn it!
He's just looking for his hat.
I know, right?
The fuck is my hat?
woman. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for us. We're super fucking late, and we had troubles and all that, but it doesn't mean that it isn't any later. I told everyone that I would wait till the end of the episode to bring this up again, but it is the end of the episode, so I'm going to bring it up again. This was all local stuff that happens in El Paso that we really love, and we grew up hearing these fucking stories, and I'll never get over hearing these stories. I will hear them forever and ever and ever. We did this kind of with La Llorona, but La Llorona isn't a local thing, it's a regional thing. So shout out to El Paso, 915, Chuco Town, the North Pass. Shout out to fucking Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat. Shout out to Marty Robbins. Shout out to fucking Khalid. Shout out to Aaron Jones, running back for the Green Bay Packers.
Jay Texas.
Shout out to Jay Texas. Shout out to that
Debbie
one fool that was
Reynolds.
on Debbie Reynolds. Shout out to that one fool that was fucking fire on that unreleased Jay Texas track. I don't know who it was, but and lots of other El Paso heroes.
I released that Sega song. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you motherfucker, man. Holy fuck. My
John
nights
Cameron
ruined.
Mitchell.
John
Sorry.
Cameron Mitchell.
Keep going.
Fucking yeah. So shout out to El Paso, man. We fucking I love being from here. I love
this city.
I've lived in Austin, I've lived in Lubbock, I've lived in Dallas, and I love all of those places very dearly. But I fucking love my hometown. I love El Paso, and I know that these other people feel the same way. I fucking love this town. I rep this city as often as I can when I'm not here. And so shout out to El Paso. Shout out to these local... Go ahead.
Shout out Sharon Tate.
Oh,
Sharon
yeah.
Tate. Yep.
And shout out to
RIP.
these local businesses that we tagged in our post. The first one being El Velvet Elvis off of Piedras on Pershing Street. If you're in the area, you can go to Love Buzz. You can go to fucking the Pershing Inn. Don't go to those places. Go to El Velvet Elvis. There's a lot of really cool stuff in that area now. It's a really cool part of town that I actually really love going to when we could go places. And shout out to Savage Goods on North Oregon. Again, really great food, but absolutely the best baked goods that you'll ever have in your life. Trust me.
Local hospice.
If you're vegan.
Yeah, they have vegan stuff. They have gluten-free stuff. All of your dietary needs, including tea and coffee. Coffee that is
And beer.
locally sourced. Beers that are local. Everything. They are trying to uplift their community and do the best that they can to fucking uplift the small businesses around them and go with those people. So Savage Goods, check them out. Of course, Tin Man, again, don't have to drive. It's in your area. Trust me. Go pick up a growler. They deliver. Go pick up a growler or have a growler delivered and support local. And of course, Beardo.
Beardo jerky.
Weirdo Beardo jerky. Jesus vouches for them. And they also have vegan jerky. So every business that we just listed has vegan options because of beer can be vegan and alcohol can be vegan. And Savage Goods and Weirdo Beardo both have vegan options. So support local, think local, buy focal, baby. If you've never heard of Open Mike Eagle or Cold G Rap, go check them out as well. And that's it for us tonight. Thank you for coming out. We're going to take one more shot, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. Thank you for everybody who continued to listen through all the technical difficulties. And we'll see you guys next week, I think.
We're at a match. I don't know if... Yeah, I just want to kick it till we finish this match, then we'll take a shot.
Yeah, I gotta go fucking rock a piss real quick, but I'm not going anywhere, so...
Go
I mean, you
rock
can
your
hold
piss.
it.
Oh, the baby.
I really can't.
Oh my god. I just see the baby running around me. Here, let me get this on camera.
Ew.
This little baby. Look at that little baby.
Smash his ass.
Okay.
Oh, fucking baby. Anyways,
Anyway, check out the baby's mixtape.
so, everyone here, Jesus, run by this locker. Oh, never mind.
Well,
This one right here, if you go down in front of it. Yeah, right there, perfect.
I like how your character has the goddess.
Ah, what? That was bullshit. Sorry, Jesus, I tried.
yeah, sorry. Then my character, what?
It has the goddess dimples, like those
Oh,
dimples
yeah.
on the small of her back.
Oh.
It's Miley Cyrus in Party in the USA.
Oh,
Fuck that. It's Bubbles.
Gotcha.
The Powerpuff Girls.
It's the baby!
Oh, the
Run.
baby!
Get him off me! Get this motherfucker off me! Oh, I can get him off. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you have to
Oh.
you have to press R1. This killer is so
Oh, I
fucking
almost did.
funny, man. Like, I think they did a really good job with it, cause
Reminds me of Chucky.
yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, that like
Ooh.
if they could put a Chucky skin, like Charlotte can be fucking Jennifer Tilly, and then well Victor can be fucking Chucky, obviously. And I think that would be fucking cool.
Bro, I was in love with Miley Cyrus in the Party in the USA video. Like,
I'm still in love with Miley
I
Cyrus.
couldn't. I mean, I'm not. It ended very quickly after that. But she's so fucking hot in that video.
Isn't
And
she
then
like,
I, like-
12 in that?
No,
Yeah,
She was,
she's
older,
18.
she was older than me, and I was in high school. So
She was
that's enough for
16.
me.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, she was 18 at least. But she was older than me when, and I was
What
in high
the fuck?
school. So that's not fair. But yeah, she was.
I gave you the med kit so you can go faster. Thank
Oh,
you.
my bad. Fuck me.
You're bad. You saw him coming.
No,
You
sorry.
You song Jesus.
What's that? Is that
I was-
Caesar?
That was, yeah, he yawned.
I was thinking of 18-year-old Miley. My bad, guys.
Oh,
Gotcha.
gotcha. Anybody used to watch Hannah Montana here?
No.
Negative.
Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I
Negative
did.
Ghost Rider.
I'm not surprised.
Funny show.
Yeah, not bad.
The baby.
Hey, fuck swap.
He's on me.
Alright.
I can't wait till we talk about fucking six poles because fucking got shot at there. No, not
every
six
time
poles, at a pole in the wall.
Oh, okay.
Every time you fucking say the baby, and then I would start rapping Roddy Rich, and no one said anything at all.
You know, I did not realize that either.
I don't
Oh,
know who they are.
motherfucker.
Well, I kept trying to like make it a joke, and then I'd be like, I guess these guys don't give a fuck.
It's 'cause-
I don't know who they are, to be honest.
I have no
so.
idea what that is. Mine is. I thought it was like the baby on the screen.
Look at that little
Oh shit, I
fucker.
forgot we're live.
Yeah.
yeah, we are live.
Josh is about to say some fucking raunchy shit right now, or what?
Like, oh yeah, I just fucking jacked off.
It's fucking splooged so hard.
Man, she was so fucking hot in that video. Unreal.
It's
Put my hands up,
I
playing
can't-
that song. Butterflies fly away. Dude, when we opened the episode, I really wanted to I wanted to tell you that I was like, I got the Death by Daylight music, and then open it with fucking Muerto de un Gallero, like fucking Vicente Fernandez and shit, and be like, what's up, bitch? It's the local episode. Yeah, but I didn't pay attention, and then you were like, yo, we're live, and I was like, what? So I fucked it up.
It's okay. That was like 3 different YouTube videos ago. So,
Straight
Yeah,
up,
true.
no one's ever gonna know.
Very
But yeah, I was,
so we're
I was
letting them
actually
know now.
I was really excited to do that, and then I fucked it up. So,
You should have just told me. I would have sang the song for you.
oh yeah,
Yeah. That's like
Cierra
my
las puertas, señores. Cierra las puertas.
yes. That or like my other go-to is like Cielito Lindo. I would have just fuck it, let's do it. I'll sing it.
A lot. My go-to a lot of the time is fucking
I'm touch and go.
Fucking Juanes.
Nice. I could sing that too.
Soy feo. What is it? Soy pobre y feo, hombre, pero antojado.
Pero yes. It's such an ugly but like satisfying word to use.
Dude, yeah, fuck yeah. I love fucking Juanes. Well, I love that song. Anyway.
God damn it, I'm dead.
Dude, there's a Netflix video. There's like a documentary on Netflix about Tigres del Norte doing a show inside of Folsom Prison.
Oh, I saw that.
Dude, you should check if you haven't seen it, dude, check it out. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
It's about like the prisoners and shit, but it's also about fucking Tigres, and it's really good.
Yo.
The female prisoners, bro, they lose their fucking minds. like the guys do too, right? There's a bunch of Mexicans in Folsom, but like the female prisoners are like fainting and shit. Like it's the Beatles. It's fucking
Oh
crazy.
my gosh, that's awesome. I will definitely check that out.
Ooh. Whoever just went down, Ernie, go. The baby's right there next to him. Go kick him. Oh, you're down too. Fuck.
No, I'm not. But she's going for
So
her.
wait, if the baby's just chilling there,
Yeah, you can kick him.
and somebody can go kick him.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I need to see this.
It's funny when you kick the baby.
If you get it, can you record it?
I'll send you stuff on it for sure.
Cause I want to see that shit get kicked.
I've sent it before. I'll try to find it where I fucking sent it earlier in the chat. Hopefully
Satisfying.
and when you do it too, it's fucking hilarious.
So I guess the best thing is to go to somebody when they get knocked down. That's how you know he'll be there.
Yeah.
Probably.
So if he hits someone, he's kind of stunned. So like, you can fucking kick his ass.
Oh, I hear it to the left. There you go.
Nice.
I want the baby.
God damn it, Ernie.
I hope this backfires.
There he is. Come here. Come here. Come here.
That's freaky, dude.
Save the baby.
You guys randomly got killers that pick the twins like back to back.
Well, they just got released yesterday, so a lot of people are using them.
You just kidnapped that baby.
Well, yeah, but
I did.
still.
I kidnapped the baby, guys.
Wait, are you carrying the baby? Can you do that?
Yeah.
So he jumps when he jumps on you and you're fully healed. He fucking latches onto you and like you have to like struggle to throw him off of you. And
Did
smash
you
him.
just jump in the thing with the baby?
Yes, I rescued the baby.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead.
That was a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for hanging out.
Shot real quick, and then
Oh, yeah,
we'll get to
shots.
everyone's minute.
Pour up real quick. Pull up. Pull up.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Sessa's joining us in the shot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think he just got his like second win. He spoke up a little. That was him again.
I thought it was the fucking ghost of Phasmophobia.
He's looking for his hat.
Why?
Oh shit, Juan's gone.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Salud.
El Paso 915.
Cheers.
Oh shit.
Someone just swig like from the bottle. I heard that like.
It was me and the White Claw.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, someone's like really going for it.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Everybody's gonna give their minute of whatever they want to say, and then we'll close out the episode for real. So go ahead, Ernie. You're first.
Yeah, sorry about all the technical difficulties, dudes. We'll try to fucking figure that out. Today was just Spectrum deciding to screw us over, but
Yeah, we just got straight up unlucky today.
yeah. Last time, I don't know, it was some Streamlabs shit, but next week we'll try to avoid that. So, thanks for joining us either way.
All right, Jesus.
Appreciate all y'all coming out again. I know last week I said it was gonna probably be my last episode, but again, I'm gonna try to make as many episodes as I can as long as it lines up okay with my work and school schedule. So, thank you boys for having me. Thank you boys and girls for having me.
Oh,
Nice.
So put your rain boots on. I might show up next week.
all right, Michelle.
Howdy. Thanks for having me on. I have a lot of fun on here. I always learn all the new cool things, and yeah, this was fun. I've only lived here for 10 years, and I just basically learned about like a lot of cool local things. That being said, thanks for having me. Cheers. Yay, El Paso.
Cheers.
Shout out to all the janitors.
Janitors,
Please, yes, please. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends that we're here. We will see you guys in a week, I think. I really want to do one quicker than that, but I don't know how that's going to work out. So we'll talk about it and we'll let you know.
If
That's
y'all
it.
need you want us to shout you out and shit, business, have music, art, anything, hit us up. We're down to do it.
Dude, fuck yeah. We're down to fucking spread love and fucking tell people that you're here as well. So let us know.
Send us your
And,
OnlyFans links.
Yeah, that's your fuck
Yes.
it. Do it.
Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
Please do.
Send me your OnlyFans links and a free month. And I'll let everybody know how good it is. Alright, and as always, Jesus.
Yeah, fuck the free world.
313.